Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. Well, a House resolution to censor radical Democrat Stacey Plaskett, it has failed. And the reason why it wasn't able to be passed is going to make you sick. It's truly revolting. But before we get into the story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, radical Democrat Stacey Plaskett, she is a non-voting delegate from the Virgin Islands. And although she is not a voting member of the House, she sits on the powerful House Intelligence Committee. She has been busted coordinating with the late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. And that was during a House hearing in 2019 with a witness against Trump named Michael Cohen. Now, Plaskett was texting with Epstein during the hearing, and she actually was getting coached by Epstein on how to attack Trump. That's right, Epstein was enemies with Trump. And that makes perfect sense because it was Trump's DOJ that prosecuted Epstein on federal charges. It was Trump's DOJ that went after the Madam Ghislaine Maxwell. And he threw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. He also coordinated with the lawyer for Epstein's victims, and that lawyer said that Trump was the most cooperative of any of the major witnesses that he talked with. So this makes perfect sense. And Plaskett, well, it looks like she will escape a censor resolution that was pushed by the House Freedom Caucus. And the reason why behind the scenes is there was an act of retaliation that was threatened against the Republicans. And this is really outrageous. Now, once again, this was a close vote. There were 3 Republicans that actually voted no. So the vote came down to 209 to 214 with 3 abstaining. The 3 Republicans, which were Representatives Don Bacon of Nebraska, Lance Gooden of Texas, and David Joyce of Ohio, they all voted no, along with every single Democrat. Again, these Democrats don't care about ethics. They don't care about Epstein or his victims. They actually have a Democrat out there grandstanding against Donald Trump who coordinated with Epstein in order to attack Trump. And I think that's a perfect summary of everything involving this massive so-called publicity stunt that the Democrats have been pulling with Epstein victims. They didn't really care about them under Joe Biden. They didn't call for any documents to be released. They didn't care under Obama either. So I want you to keep that in mind. One of them actually coordinated with Epstein, and every single Democrat got her back. All right, so with that in mind, Epstein, who had a private island in the Virgin Islands, had contributed to Plaskett's campaign. I want you to just understand that. She had connections with Epstein, okay, and was coordinating with him and received contributions. All right, so the bottom line is if the resolution passed, Democrats were expected to immediately bring up a retaliatory resolution to censor Representative Corey Mills from Florida. So this came from Yvette Clarke, a Democrat from New York. In September, she had introduced a resolution to censor Mills over allegations of harassment, assault, and stolen valor, and invoked a procedure to force a vote on the matter on the House floor. Now, for the record, Mills has denied all the accusations, while we have smoking gun evidence that Plaskett coordinated with Epstein, had received campaign contributions from him at one point, and definitely had ties with him. So when you really look at the Democratic Party's interest in this story, you have to realize they don't really care about the victims. They just care about getting Trump. Now, thank you very much for watching Explain America. Please weigh in with your comments. We always appreciate your thoughts, and thank you for watching.